Hi guys, I'm back again. Please come on in. Let me know if it's better this time around, if the audio is better. So delete the old video and instead I want you to share this one. All right. Nadia, I already sent you a friend request. So you can easily just come on in and I'll bring you on. Hi Nikisha. Hi Denisha. Hi Tracy. Thanks for coming on again. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for coming on again. Thank you guys for waiting. The audio was okay before, but as soon as Nada came on, then the audio went, weird. Hi, Marva. Long time don't see, Marva. Hi, Denisha. Hi, Sasha. Thank you guys for waiting and being patient with us while we, sort out our technical difficulties. Hi, Detisha. Hi. Just waiting for Nadia to accept the request. As soon as she accepts the request, then we can continue. Remember, like I said, just share this video, delete the old one, and share this one. Hi, Janelle. Hi, Raquel. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Thank you guys for being patient and waiting. Tell your friends that we're starting again. Hi, Janelle. Hi, guys. So the last time I remember, some people said they were from Cayman, from St. Kitts. I know Luana is in Bahamas. Just quickly, just type the country that you're viewing this from. We like to know where you guys are viewing this from, so that you all know that this is an international audience, right? And remember to share the video, okay? For those who don't know me, I am Venice Irving. Hi, Tony. Yes, Tony, I hope this time with Nada is much better. I'm just waiting for her to accept the request and to come in. Like she said, she's having some troubles with her devices. So hopefully things work out because we need this information. Like I said in the previous video, make sure that you have a pen. I have a pencil here. I have my notebook here and I'm ready to take some notes. Hi, Sasha, viewing from St. Kitts and Nevis. And also you can type in the comment box, are you a teacher? Or what other career are you in? And I said before, and I'll say it again, also, right, why would you like to go to Canada? What is drawing you to this beautiful country that we call Canada? So Luana said that she visited Canada about 5 times already, and it is a place that she loves, and she would love to send her kids to college there. So what's your reason for wanting to go to Canada? Just waiting for Nita to come on. Let me see if I can send her another friend request. No, I already sent her one. Okay. Oops. Oh, okay. Let's hope that everything is okay coming on now. Let's hope that the audio is good this time around.
Right.
Oh.
Hello. Are you hearing me now?
Perfect. I'm not hearing myself echoing again. Perfect. All right. Thanks, Nadia.
Okay. Right.
Thanks for being patient with us as we try to sort out our audio and visual technical difficulties.
I am
I tell
telling
you,
you.
but we are here to talk about Canada.
Yes.
We've been talking, Nadia, and I've been asking everyone why they want to go to Canada. Um, Sasha says what draws him to Canada is how peaceful and clean it looks. And then, of course, there is amazing opportunity to work and, earn. So that's
Right.
always a good draw. And then she says, of course, that the pay is better. Because, at the end of the day, everybody wants a little money in their pocket,
That's
right?
of course. Of course. And we
Tracy
should.
says she's a teacher. She's ready to have a new teaching experience. She has family there, and that will help her with research as it's a great place to live. So, of course, if you have family in Canada, it makes the choice easier to move, right? Because
Right.
you'll have support. both there.
Right.
All right, guys, are you hearing much better? Tony says he's hearing Nadia much better.
Good.
How are you guys hearing us now? Hi, Mancia. Welcome, welcome all. Hi, Loy. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Remember to put where you're streaming in from. Tell me the career that you're in. Are you a teacher? Are you a pilot? Are you an entrepreneur? And then tell me the reason why you want to go to Canada. All right. So in the meantime, while everybody is right up, I'm gonna open the floor to Nadia. Nadia, can you tell everyone here a little bit more about you? Just introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry about the delay in starting. You know what technology is like, especially when you have a great lesson plan and you're getting observed. And when you start up, everything just crashes. So you guys know what this is about. So my apologies. So as Venice has said already, I'm Nadia Nemard Hunt. I was born in Jamaica. I migrated a very, very, very long time ago to the UK initially, and I taught in the UK for just under 17 years. I left the UK and I taught in Thailand in an international school for 2 years before I took the amazing move to Canada. And I now teach in the public education system in Canada. I'm a published author, I'm a minister, I'm an entrepreneur. I do quite a bit. And so I'm so excited about telling you about what it's like coming to Canada and to help you to make that choice.
All right. So Nadia, which province in Canada are you at now?
I live in Ontario. I live just outside of Toronto, in the Durham district.
Okay, and it's pretty hot there right now because it's summertime. Can you
Yes.
describe to me how winter time is? Because we in the Caribbean sometimes we can't understand the winter in Canada.
Well, to be very honest, because my transition was not directly from Jamaica here, I kind of had a little, introduction in the UK. But I would say if I was coming straight out of the heat in Jamaica and coming to Canada, it is a huge transition. But I think if you're focused on your objectives and you're adaptable, then it will work. You just have to buy appropriate clothing and you're fine. People have been doing it, our fathers and forefathers, for generations. So they've successfully transitioned, and we can do the same.
All right. Another thing, guys, before we continue, please share this video. Please share this video so your friends that are on your
Yes,
page see it and hear what we're talking about and get the information too. Okay. So
absolutely.
please share. All right. Thank you guys so much. All right, Nadia. Another thing I wanted to ask you, we were talking about transitioning from Jamaica or any other Caribbean island or even South Africa, even Asia, because I
Yes.
know Lynn is here and Lynn is currently in China
Okay.
and they have Chinese counterparts who'd want to um, make that transition to go into Canada. Would you say then that the best time to move would be during the summertime to get settled in before the beginning of the school year? We're talking about teachers here, right?
Absolutely. I would say so. If I had a choice, and if you have a choice, I would plan my move around summertime, because then you will be very busy going about getting your social security number, registering with doctors, registering with schools for your children if you have children, just doing the things that will help you to get your paperwork in line and for you to settle well. And you don't want to be out and about like that in winter. You want to be indoors, cozy. So, yes. However, I must say, sometimes we don't have control depending on when you actually enter the express entry pool, which we will get to. It is when they actually give you your permanent residency or your PR, then you have to move within a certain time. But I would still say if you plan very well in advance, you can time it nicely to coincide with summer or spring. Actually would be fine too.
All right. So I know Canada is a country that loves families, right? They're always big on family.
Yes.
Now, I am a part of a family. I'm a wife, I have my husband, and I have my children. What if one of my children has asthma or has some adverse reaction to cold climates.
Right.
I know people who are diabetic usually also have some
Mm.
adverse reaction to cold climates. And of course, as people age, the colder climate is, it's the harder for them. What suggestion would you give them, for persons that have that problem?
To be very honest, there are people with those medical conditions here who are living very well. You just have to know how to look after yourself in terms of how do you dress during winter. I know I have a child that suffers from a lot of kind of cold, flu symptoms, blocked nose, feeling sick quite often, particularly during winter. And so we brought her to the doctor and they gave her a medication that she can take that helps to ease breathing and stuff like that. And you can use natural remedies. But the truth is, thousands upon thousands of people have come here. They've adapted very well. You just find a way how to deal with it. So asthma is not an issue. People are here living with asthma and they cope. They cope. There are lots
And
of ways to cope. Yes.
well, I know that Canada has one of the best healthcare system in the world, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
proper planning, you know that you guys can have a healthy life and also
Yes.
live long. All right, so we're gonna
Absolutely.
get straight to the question and answer segment. I'm
Yes.
gonna speak to Nadia, ask her some questions, general questions that you all are gonna need to know. Remember, get your notepad, get your book. I have my book here. Like I said, I have my pencil here. I'm
Mhm.
ready to write the information down. So make sure you get those things ready because we're
Yes.
ready to go. After we've finished, after I have finished asking Nadia my questions, and she has answered, then we're going to open the floor to questions that you may have. I'm going to ask that if you have any questions, that you can type it right there in the comment box. You don't have to wait until the
Mhm.
end so that you don't forget your question. And then I'll scroll back and I'll look at all the questions that you guys may have, and I'll open the floor so that you guys can have your questions answered. All right? Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Another reminder to share this video so that we get maximum views. All right. So let's go. All right. So I want you to explain to the viewers, Nadia, number one, what this express entry is and which immigration programs are covered under the express entry system.
Okay. So the express entry system is not a new immigration system. It is basically a platform that incorporates all the programs that existed for many years. So a lot of you may know about the postgraduate program, the federal skill program. What they've done now is to get everything under one umbrella. It's a management system. It's not a new program. So the Quebec, all the provinces now have to go through the express entry except Quebec. So Quebec does its own thing, but all the other provinces, whatever immigration programs they usually have, it goes through the express entry now. So all the different applicants to different provinces would submit an online profile to the express entry, and all the provinces, the governments of the different provinces will access that pool, they call it, and can pick candidates as they like. So that's how
All
it is
right.
now.
All right. So the next question I have for you, let me scroll down. How do the provinces and territories use the express entry system?
So they use it as the means to get applicants or get candidates to come to their province. So what you need to know is that Canada is underpopulated with working age professionals. And so in order for them to attract more younger people, and when I say younger people, I don't mean teenagers, I mean people of working age, they've not yet retired. They want people who are able to work, to contribute to the economy, develop Canada further. Because the problem is, if they don't do this, they're going to have and continue to have an aging population, which will be a decline in their working age people, which is catastrophic. So they're
Mhm.
reaching out to people from all over the world to come to Canada to develop this country.
All right. All right. And can candidates use both a provincial nominee program, which is a PNP, and express entry? And
Oh,
can you explain what PNP is? It's not People's National Party, is it?
no, it's provincial nomination. All right, so let me explain that. So an individual goes on to the platform, the express entry website. They would create a profile. When that profile is created, what happens then is that you have your score. So each candidate is given a score based on age, based on their qualifications, based on the years of work experience, whether they have blood families such as mother, father in Canada, sister and brother in Canada, whether they have worked in Canada before, studied in Canada before, etc. You will be given points and also your age. Within the express entry pool, people are ranked with the highest scoring person would be at the top and the lowest at the bottom. How does the province comes into this? Each province can go into the pool and look at your profile and think, okay, Venice has so much experience. She's very good at Tefl. She's an expert in this area. We think she'd be great to come to our province because, for example, we have a huge number of immigrants coming from countries where their first language is not English. Having someone with her experience and qualifications come to our province, that could be a great asset to us. So that province would go into the pool, they would select that person by offering that person a nomination. When they nominate to take that person, it means that they want that person for their province. You have to
Mm,
now live in their province, usually for a year or two. It depends on the province, it varies. At the same time, what they would do is add 600 points to whatever you already had. So they want to bump you up way up to the top to guarantee that you are given an invitation to apply by the federal government. So once you
mhm.
get a provincial nomination, you are getting selected, right? So you're not waiting just on the federal government to pick you. Each province, that is each section. Let me break that down. When you think about Jamaica, the whole Jamaica is governed by, and I'm giving you how it works in Canada. You have a federal government overlooks the whole country. So you have a prime minister in Jamaica. But within each parish, there are parish leaders. So within
Mhm.
Canada, there are provinces with provincial leaders that can go in the pool and decide that we want you to my province.
Okay.
Unlike the federal, you can go anywhere you want to go. If they invite you, you can choose to live anywhere. But if a province invites you, you live in their province and you get an extra 600 points. You don't live in their
Mm,
province permanently. You live between 1 to 2 years. I know in Ontario it's 1 year for sure. And then you can move wherever in the country you so desire to move.
okay. Can you explain the point system quickly?
Okay, so the younger you are, you get more points. As you age, the points are reduced. So I will tell you, the people who are under 30 are at an advantage. They get a way more points. As you cross to like 35 and upwards, your points are reducing. But that's not all doom and gloom, because if you have higher degrees, you could potentially be getting a higher score than somebody who is under 30 but just have a first degree. So if you're somebody who is over 30, but you have your master's as well as your first degree, you have more years of experience, then you would be getting more points. The other thing that I want to touch on, and I know we're going to talk about it in more detail, your English language test is crucial because the higher band you score in, it automatically give you an additional score that is allocated by the
That's
government's calculator. So the higher you score, the more additional points they give you. And it's called a transferability factor.
okay. So that score that you're talking about, are you talking about when they do the IELTS
When they do
exam?
the Ielts, which we'll talk about, yes.
Okay. All right. So let us go on. Does a candidate need a job offer in order to immigrate to Canada under the express entry?
No, you don't have to have a job offer. And I'm going to be very frank. It is almost impossible to get a job offer because having a job offer would mean that the government has gone through, sorry, the employer would have gone through a very rigorous process, paying a lot of money to get what we call LMI, which is an assessment of the market force, which proves that there's no one in Canada that is able to do the job that they want to give you the offer for. That's almost impossible. Usually, people who get job offers are people in technical niche areas like doctors, who there's a shortage of doctors in Canada, people who are experts in certain field that is very hard to get people to come and work in those areas. Or if you work in an international company who they're willing to give you a transfer to work in another country, like say Scotiabank or so forth,
Right.
which is an international company, but you don't need a job offer. However, if you are so lucky or blessed to have a job offer, it too will automatically mean you will be selected if all other factors are okay.
All right. So we're on to the next question.
Yes.
Okay. Do candidates need to take language tests?
Yes. And let me just say, a lot of people who I have spoken to over the few years that I've been doing this, the objective is not just to pass the test. The objective is to score the highest. Okay?
Now, I'm going to ask, why do we have to do the Ielts test if we are seen as native English speakers?
Venice, can you don't upset me tonight? Listen, okay, let me put it blatantly. It's money making. It is money making, right?
Okay.
You don't need to prove. We have been to English speaking universities, acquired degree and degrees, taught in English for years. We don't need it, but it's a way of making money. Unfortunately. However, that's the hoop that we have to jump through. So the objective is to ace the test. It is to get the highest score because, as I said, how it works, if you score, say, 7 overall, there are 4 areas.
You can score
You can
7 out of.
you can score out of 9.5.
Okay, so the highest is 9.5.
Yes. So
Okay.
if you score 7 as your overall average out of the 4 areas that you're graded on, if you score 7, an addition, I mentioned earlier, there's an additional point that is just allocated to you by the system. What they look at is your language and your qualifications together. So even though you get points just for language, points just for your qualification, they merge those two together and call that the transferability factor. So what they're saying, when we take these two things into consideration, how transferable in terms of skills and expertise is this person to come to Canada and be successful? So they allocate
So
points.
that's where the transferability factor is better for you, correct?
Yes. So if you score 7, you may get transferability factor. If you have just a bachelor's, you could just get 25 as an extra score that they allocate to you. If you have your degree and you score 8, you may get 50. Most likely it's 50 you're going to get. But if you score above 8, you're going to get 75 and above. And the highest you can get is 100.
Wow.
Yes. So if you get above 8, 8.5, you will definitely be scoring way higher. And that's what you want. So I would encourage people who are listening, you're not doing it just to actually pass. You want to score highly on it.
Correct. Okay. All right. If a candidate receives a nomination from a province or territory, is that candidate obliged to move to that particular province or territory? I think you said something like that earlier, that
Yes,
they have
they have to.
to, correct?
Yes, they have to for a particular time, which will be stipulated by the province or the territory. Yes.
Okay. All right. So once an applicant has submitted an application after being invited to apply for permanent residence,
Mhm.
how long entire process take?
Okay, so generally speaking, the name of the program is Express Entry. And when it was introduced, the idea was that everything should be tied up in 6 months. So
Okay.
far, that is what has been happening for most people. If you have your documents submitted on time as they're requested and so forth, it usually happens within that period of time. If you are unable to provide documents when requested, so for example, if you have not submitted your police clearance when it's required, then they can't progress as they would like to. So you have a delay in your application. I would say on average, it's 6 to 7 months from when you have been invited to apply.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Once an applicant has submitted an application after being invited to apply, oh, I think we talked about that. Okay, another one. Are candidates in the express entry pool able to search for a valid job offer in Canada? And would such an offer increase their chance of being invited to apply for permanent residence?
Yes, we did talk about that, that if they get a job offer, it would increase their score significantly.
Okay, how would you get invited to apply for permanent residence?
Okay, so remember, we talk about the fact that you submit your profile online, you create a
Right.
profile online on the
Mm-hmm.
CIC portal. When you create your profile, at that time, there are two pieces of document that are compulsory that you have to submit. You need to submit your Ielts test result, a scanned copy that you upload. You need to upload your evaluated qualifications that you would have evaluated most likely through WES. Okay, those two pieces you upload. When you've uploaded those, then you would see your score. If your score is within what they're drawing or inviting at that time, you will be invited to apply. Simple as that.
Okay, do you have the CIC's portal, that information that you can give us?
I do. I normally share that it's public information, and I can share the link with people if they
Okay,
want to look at it. Yes.
all right, no problem. All right, well, there you have it, guys. You have some critical information in order for you guys to start applying or even start thinking about it, start talking to your family members about migrating to Canada. And we have Nada here as a Canadian consultant. So if you'd
Yes.
like to know more about Canada, if you'd like her help, you are
Yes.
free to contact her. She is on the Happy Teachers Online Club's page,
Yes.
so they can look you up on Facebook.
Yes.
If not, and they want to contact you by email, Nadia, just quickly tell them what your email address is, if you have a website, or if you have Instagram, any other plugins that you'd
I'm
like to give
I'm
them.
gonna actually put it in the comment section, but I have a Facebook page dedicated to what I do. I am not an immigration lawyer, I'm an immigration coach. So I coach you from the start to the end. It's a huge process. And if you mess up in anything, it could actually get your application rejected. So I coach people. I now have several clients that I'm working with. I've worked with clients successfully already who have migrated here. A lot of them, some of you may know, because a lot of them are teachers. Some of them are in the group and confidentially just hold it up for their final paperwork. But that's what I do. I do charge for my services, but you will find that there's no one that will charge as little as I charge. And I go above and beyond because my objective is not to make money off this, is to make sure that I'm helping my fellow professional people to make the transition and start a new life like they want. So if you go to Ease Education, so EASE Education Consultancy on Facebook, you'll be able to connect with me there, and I will type the link to my to the email address, which is easeeducationconsultancy@gmail.com. You can contact me. I prefer if you don't use my personal Facebook account because I want to keep that professional side separate. All right. And it's easier for me to see important messages that are coming in from you.
All right. Thank you for that, Nadia.
No
So we're
problem.
gonna go right into the viewers' questions, and
Right.
and of course open the floor for Nita to answer those questions right now.
Yes.
Now, Tony, what are the best provinces to live in as it relates to lower cost of living, better opportunities, etc.?
You see, that is going to be down to each individual because I am a Kingston girl. Okay. Even though I was born in beautiful, luscious Trelawney, I grew up in Kingston. I love to have my things that I need easily, that are easily accessible. I don't want to have to drive very far to get a piece of yellow yam or to get my seasoning. And so I say most people who migrate to Canada comes to Ontario, particularly the greater Toronto area, because it is very easy to settle. It's extremely diverse and multicultural, people from all over the world. And Ontario is pretty big, so you don't have to live downtown. I live 45 minutes drive from downtown Toronto. Beautiful green parks, beautiful lakes. I can go fishing in my backyard. The house prices are much cheaper than if I chose to live places like Markham, Toronto, Scarborough, Brampton, and so forth. And it's less congested. And you still can commute via a train downtown. You can take the express train, which is about 35 minutes, straight to the heart of the business and financial district. And then you can take the normal train, 45 minutes or so, that would take you downtown. So, to the question, it depends on your objectives. If you are in certain fields, because I know we're not only probably talking to teachers, maybe there are other people who are looking for a change of career or whatever, you have to see which province would suit you. If you like the country life, you could probably go to Manitoba. Okay. If you like maybe Alberta, if you like a lot of sunshine all the time, which most island people, they like that, go to Vancouver. But Vancouver is pretty expensive. To live in Vancouver is pretty expensive. To take a flight from Vancouver is Jamaica is like from here until next year. So you have to think about what you want. I want quick access to Jamaica. 4 hours is awesome for me. I want to be among diverse people. Toronto it is for me. I want to be able to get into the school districts with my children that are most multicultural. Toronto it is, and Ontario in general, because Ontario has so many different areas that you can choose to go to. So it's all that you have to do your research well. And if you work with me, I'll be able to give you recommendations based on your family makeup, based on what you love, and so forth to make sure you're moving to the right place.
All right, very good answer. Okay, Luana asks, I have to do the Ielts test before I can start anything, correct?
Yes.
Yes, yes, Luana, you have to
And I
do the Ielts.
Yes, and I want to add, because when I last checked a few days ago in Jamaica, UWI is the only place that actually offers the course for now, the IELTS test, and it's always jam-packed. You always have a waiting list. So right now, there's nothing for December. So most likely, January is already taken.
Nothing for now,
N-
between now and
nothing. And so, and I posted that.
that means then they will have enough time to study, right?
Right, and prepare. But the longer you wait, the longer. I have friends who've migrated here and they actually had to travel to the US to do their IELTS tests or other islands. So it's a big thing. If you want to do it,
In the Bahamas, though.
sorry,
So I don't know. I think Luana is living in the
it
Bahamas.
is offered in almost every country. So she would be,
Mm,
and maybe in the Bahamas, you don't have as many people looking to migrate, and maybe you have more than one center, and then you can get that. You can get a quicker appointment to do the tests.
okay. All right. Letitia says, or she's asking, is it true that teachers will have to teach that same-sex marriage is okay?
No, you don't have to teach it. So that there has been a change in policy. I'm a Christian, I'm a minister of the gospel. I believe in the Bible. I do not believe in that. And I have not felt that the policy states in Ontario, it says that it is down to the teacher's judgment of what they teach on sex education.
So they do teach it, but you have a choice not to, correct?
It's totally depend on your persuasion, your convictions. So we are not mandated to teach it. No,
All right, take a
no,
deep breath. We're moving
no.
on.
Right.
Is the Ielts test the same as the TESOL test or the TESOL?
No, it's not. That's a different test. Totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah, the TESOL is teaching English as a second language. That qualifies you to teach English to speakers of other languages. However, the IELTS is just an international exam that tests your proficiency in English language.
Absolutely. Luana asks again, do
Yes.
you recommend for the test, that is the IELTS test, or can I just wing it, considering that I'm from an English-speaking country?
I just, well, I just spoke to a recently graduated PhD student, and he said he walked in and he passed it, and I think he got 9 as a score. It depends on who you are. If you are an eloquent speaker of the language, if you are very proficient at writing, you don't need to study. But I would say I do encourage you to look at the material, because the structure of it you want to be aware of. You want to know what it's going to look like so you can be prepared in that regard. Personally, I would have to look into it. That's just me. I want to see it. I want to practice some questions and just to see where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Let's, guys, like I said, you write down your questions because I'm going through now.
Yes.
Okay, so Sasha asks, being accepted for express entry, does that mean you need to submit a bank statement?
Yes, you will have to. That's a very good question. So, most of the people, and I get a lot of emails or messages from people every day about the program. It costs you a lot of money, not necessarily for the process, but the amount of money that you have to show that you have to settle in Canada. For example, when you submit your profile online, you will have when you're invited to apply, that's where you have to start uploading all your other documents, such as confirmation that you really have 3 years teaching experience or whatever you're doing, confirmation of your police clearance, confirmation of all of those stuff. You need to upload them all electronically. But at that point, they want to see that you have the amount of money required for your family size in your account for 6 months preceding that moment that you upload it. So, for example, if you're a single person who would be coming alone, you need 12,000 something Canadian dollars. And so you would have had to have that money in your account, or it could be a joint account once your name is on it, or you had that money in fixed deposit, in bonds, in stocks, whatever you had it in. You have to show that it was there for 6 months. No, you can't just go borrow some money and deposit it like that, and that, no, they will reject your application. So you have to plan for it 6 months prior if you don't have all the money. Ah.
How would they know if you borrowed the money?
Well,
Or is that,
no, I'm not saying you can't borrow the money. I'm not. I am being recorded right now, so I'm not saying you can't borrow the money. That is totally up to you. You could take a loan, but what I'm saying is you have to show that that money has been in your account 6 months to the date you uploaded it, the bank
oh,
statement. Yes.
so then you can't go in and take out, right?
No, and the truth is, a lot of us have to tap into other sources to get the money.
Okay.
And we're geniuses, right? We're geniuses. We know how to make the thing work.
Sasha asks, are early childhood teachers with a bachelor's degree welcome for the express entry
Of
program?
course, of course. Builders, mechanics, carpenters, because remember, the express entry has 2 arms. There's the skilled professionals, and then you have the
Mhm.
trade section. So
Okay.
it totally depends. Yes.
Loy is asking, which is the best option to explore, the express entry or studying in one of their colleges?
So it depends on your personal circumstances. If you are, and this is a very good question, because Age is a factor for many people who want to come. They've passed the age where they would have had maximum points. So because of the declining points, one way of actually helping yourself is that if you come to Canada, you want to study something, you come to Canada, you study. After a year of studying, you would have studied here for a year. Most likely, you would have worked here for a year because you are allowed as a student to work for 20 hours per week. When you do that, you actually add points to your profile in two sections. You add work experience and you add study in Canada. So that will actually increase your scores. Yes.
Wow. Okay, so Tracy's asking, do you only cater to teachers?
Absolutely not. Anybody who qualifies, anybody.
Okay, and Luana is just mentioning that the IELTS exam is not offered in Bahamas. She would have to go to the US
Okay.
to do it.
Okay.
Also, saying that she's not sure if the test is offered in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Yeah, I know that in some islands, the smaller islands, it may not be, or islands where they don't have a lot of people migrating to Canada, they may not have centers yet.
Okay, Tony says, I thought you could do the test online. That it seems like that's a no. I
No,
didn't know the local word. So you
no.
can't do that online.
Absolutely, because there's a speaking element to the test where you're actually speaking to someone, sitting with the I've actually done the test, so I know you have to. There's a speaking element to the test. There's a writing element to the test. There's a comprehension piece to the test, and there's responding to someone as they ask you questions. So, um, you do it in person.
Right. So there are four parts.
Yes,
You have speaking, writing,
listening.
listening, and
Yes,
correct?
yes, yes.
All right. Do you assist persons who wish to study in Canada?
I can. Yes.
Yes, she can, Lloyd.
Yes.
And someone is asking, can I take the IELTS more than once?
Absolutely. So a lot of people have had to take it like 2, 3 times because they have not achieved the score that they're looking for. That would, remember I told you earlier that the higher you score, the more additional points is allocated to you from the government. So you would want to do that. And I know people who have done it more than twice.
All right. Do you know what the cost is to do the IELTS
In
at
Jamaica,
UWI?
at US 34,000, yes.
$34,000 just to sit for one exam.
Yes. But you have to look at it in this way. The opportunity you are getting opened the world to you, right?
Uh,
When we talk
lot,
about this before, yeah, it's a sacrifice. And let me just interject here to say, you have to invest in your future. You have to invest in your future, especially if you have children. Personally, I mean, I want my children to have options. And so one way of giving them options is providing an opportunity for them to migrate if they so desire. If they want to go back to Jamaica, if they want to go to England to live in, they have those as options. And so when we think, we have to think strategically and in a sustainable way. What's the future looking like for me and my family? And remember, you can always come to Canada. You're a permanent resident. You live here. You become a citizen after 3 years if you so desire. And you can go back to Jamaica. You can live in between the two countries. It's totally based on your priorities and the lifestyle you want.
okay, and so I'm gonna just stick a pin right here, everyone, and remind you guys to share the video. I'm only seeing 4 shares. People, what's going on?
4 shares. I shared.
Every single person to share the video because we want people to get the information. We want everyone to know what's going on and how they can migrate to Canada. So share the video, okay? All right, Raquel is asking, do you have any information for unmarried couples who want to apply for express entry? Mm,
Um,
that's one.
yeah, if you're a common law um, if you're in a common law relationship, because some relationships are if you can prove that this is a person that you've been living with for a number of years, yes.
How are they going to prove that without any legal work? I mean, they're not married. So how can I prove
You
that I've been living with my boyfriend for, say, 10 years?
So you must have things that tie you together. If you don't have something that tie you together, that's strange. That is strange. But you
So
have,
bank account, if we open a joint bank account together or something like
you
that?
could, yes.
Or if, for example, I'm living here, he lives here, we have the bill come in our names, or
Yeah,
I don't know.
anything. It could be yeah, it could be anything that proves that you are connected as a couple. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Okay, Rachel, I hope that answered your question. Yes, Shireen, it is very expensive. Hence the reason why you need to study for the test.
Yes. Yes.
So, okay, so she's going to the US for the test. How long will it take? Will I need to, will I need a study permit or can I travel on my regular visa since it's a short course?
You just need to travel on your regular visa.
Your tourist visa to the US.
Yes.
How long does the actual IELTS exam last for? Is it an hour exam?
Oh no, it should be within about 2 hours or so.
2 hours.
Within, because
So,
they break a bit and they come back. Yeah. And
oh, there's a
yes, I mean, I'm not sure how it happens in every country. It may vary slightly, but they would give you a break in between. Yes.
okay.
What I
All
was
right.
going to say to her, going to the US after the test has been done, you wait 2 weeks to get your
The result.
results. Yeah.
All right. Um, okay, so Loy's saying, I was told that it's best to do a 2 years diploma program as opposed to a 1 year certificate program so as to be eligible for PA. Is that true? What is PA?
You mean PR? She said, I mean PR. Okay. Again, yes, that depends on your situation. Some people, 1 year would be fine if all they're doing is actually getting the work experience and the studying in Canada. That
Say what PR is, in case somebody doesn't
is
know.
permanent residency.
Okay.
Right. So to Lloyd that asks about the 2 year, if your objective, if you're in the pool and you need extra point and you're studying in Canada, if your points are almost at the point where they're actually inviting people and you only need a few points to make it up, doing a 1 year would be fine. If you're in another category where you definitely don't have, say you have like 350 or 300 as your score, you need to do 2 years. So you would be getting permanent residency through another means, which is a postgraduate work permit after the 2 year study and then applying for permanent residency. So it's down to your personal situation.
All right. All right, Loy, I hope we answered that question for you.
Yes.
Okay, any more questions, guys? I have a question. Well, we talked about family, and people have been asking, um, is it okay if they can take their family to Canada? We all said yes.
Yes.
But what about the thing regarding family? When, for example, if I have my children and I want to take them to Canada, will my children get points too? How does that work regarding if I am married and have, for example, two children?
All right. And this is why you need someone who knows what they're doing to advise you, right? So let's talk about the common law partner or a married couple. So let's focus on a couple. If it's you and your partner or your husband or whatever common law relationship you're in, if you are someone, you're the lead candidate, you're the lead person that is applying, and you realize that your scores are not sufficient and your partner has degrees and other qualifications, you could swap it and see which one has the highest score. Yes.
You
Or
can swap. What do you say?
okay, so for example, I use myself. Say my husband and I apply through the process. We look at both our qualifications, experience, and age, and which one has most points. So you have to
Right.
check both, right? When you've checked
Mhm.
both, whoever has the highest score, they would be the main applicant.
Okay. Okay.
The next person in the family as an adult, your partner, if you don't have enough high score that you're looking for, they could have their degrees evaluated. They could actually do the IELTS and get points added to your score.
Right.
So it's totally
Okay.
depend. Children don't come into it. There's no points added or taken for children. They are your dependents and they get PR automatically. You don't have to add your husband or your wife in terms of they don't have to do IELTS. They don't have to do their evaluated degrees. But if you need extra points, it is sometimes beneficial, and that works. I can help you if you want to work with me. I will be able to go through both the your partner and yourself information and tell you what's the best way to take to do that.
Oh, all right. Luana is saying it's the academic test, not general training.
No, it's not the academic.
I didn't understand that question, Luana.
So IELTS test, when you go on the IELTS website, you'll see there are two strands of the tests. You're not doing the academic. Academic is for people who want to do like their PhD or their masters or whatever. You do the general, not academic.
Okay. Okay. I get you.
Yeah.
All right. Shireen is asking, where can we buy study materials for the test? Asking for a friend.
It's free online.
And is that found on the CIC website,
If
or
you
they
if
can
you,
just
you
Google?
can Google it, honestly, you will find it. And when you register, if you're in Jamaica, when you register with UWI, they would give you access to it. So
Okay. Okay. Tracy says her sister took the exam in the US. It took about 3 hours. She's still waiting on the results. That will take about 2 weeks to
yeah,
come out.
right. It's 2 weeks. Yeah.
All right. Letitia is asking, is it easy to get teaching jobs in Canada?
Where in Canada? It all depends on where. So I will tell you for myself, I came here, it's now 3 years and a bit, and I got a job teaching, not within the public school system immediately, but within a few months, I got a job. But then again, I've been teaching at that time for 17 plus years. So it all depends on your level of experience and expertise, your qualifications, your ability to speak fluently, all of those things, other certifications that you have, and so forth. It's not hard to get a job teaching in general, like in private school. It is more complex to get a job with the school board. I will tell you, particularly in Ontario, it's very competitive because Ontario has one of the best teacher pension in the world. So
Mm.
everybody want to get into it to be able to get that pension. And once you're in teaching, you're set. You're set. But I got on the school board pretty quickly. I have worked for this. In fact, I got on two boards. And so I work for one board now, but I am on another board. I will let go of them because I know which direction I'm going. But when you just come and you want to feel things out, you spread your wing a bit just to see. You don't put your eggs in one basket, as we say in Jamaica, because you want to feel things out and understand where you want to settle, which school board you want to settle in. So, and I find that, and I am working in the school board. It's challenging. You have to get a license. You can't just come to Canada and start teaching. What I help my clients to do is to get their license from outside Jamaica, outside Canada. Before you land, I help you to get your license.
All right.
That's what I
There you
do.
have it from
Yes.
a true person that is currently on a school board.
Yes.
All right. Roxana is asking, are the programs available to assist family members who are ill?
When you say, it depends on what you mean by ill, because before you migrate to Canada, you have to do medicals. Everybody.
Oh,
If you have any profound medical illness, you might not be you might not pass the exam to come. So when I did the exam, I know they do things like a chest x-ray, they do urine analysis, they check to see if you have any, so like HIV, they check for that. If you have HIV, that's going to be a problem. Not because you are dying or whatever. We don't see HIV positive people like that, but because medically you will be needing a lot of medical services, and they don't want to invite people, because if they invite one person, they have to invite everybody, and and
Correct.
and they don't want to bring a burden on the health system by doing that. So if you have, it all depends on your case. But that's a very good question. Things like high blood pressure, diabetes, those type of things, no, you're not, they don't turn you down for those things. But say you have TB, most likely they will not accept you.
Okay. All right. Tracy says, when do you see if you are eligible, before or after the test, and after your attorney has the money?
That's a very good question. Okay, so this is my strategy of helping people. Most immigration lawyers, they get you to do the test, and then when you do the test, you realize you're not eligible, which is waste of your money. I do a hypothetical situation. I create that hypothetical scenario. So you know yourself best. You know that the highest points that you can score in each section within IELTS is say 9.5. You're going to tell me, do you think you can score a 7? I normally use 7 as a baseline because truly, if you can't score 7, you're not going to get any additional points. You know, I talk about that additional points that is added to you. So if you say to
Mhm.
me, I can score 7, I can confidently score 7. We work with 7 and see whether at 7, if you would qualify. If you qualify at 7, you can move forward because most likely you're going to get 7 or above.
Okay. All right. So Sasha says, I was told by a Canadian citizen that Canada is not hiring teachers anymore, and they are looking out for their own people. So that's what initially discouraged her.
Well, that's a
She wants
myth.
to.
That's a myth. Historically, um,
Loy, one second. Loy also said that she was fed the same information, and in fact, she signed up with a teaching agency, and all the vacancies in Canada require that the teachers are trained in Canada.
that's not true. I am a witness. I'm a witness.
Canadian trained teachers.
That's
That's what they are saying that they were told.
That's not correct. I was not trained in Canada, and I have. If you go on my website, Ease Education Consultant, not my website, my Facebook business page, Ease Education Consultancy. My last client that I coach, she's from Pakistan. Yes, she has her qualifications from Pakistan. I coached her, and she failed multiple interviews. I coached her recently. You can see her review on my page. Um, I coached her for a few months. Well, not even a few months, maybe 2 months, really, or less than 2 months. And she went on to successfully get it on the school board. That's not true. I know I have colleagues from Jamaica who studied in Jamaica, all their qualifications. I so happen to have most of my qualifications from England, but initially I qualified in Jamaica and did other studies in England. My qualification from UTech is very much a part of my assessment when I did my assessment for my teaching license here. So that's not true. That is not true. That's a myth. Maybe historically, due to institutional racism and the fact that teaching is seen as a very elite job, particularly in Ontario. If you get into teaching, they feel like, oh, you're very well off. Teaching pays very well here when you get permanent place with the school board. So it's not true, though. It's not true. I'm telling you from experience. I know people, I work with people. Look at the multiple people on my page that have given their reviews of working with me and now getting on the school board. They are not all Canadians. So
Well, it's just like people saying to people who are not Caucasian saying, you will not get a Tefl job because we only take teachers from USA, UK, Canada, New Zealand, Australia,
No,
those, and South Africa too. And I lived and worked in Asia for 8 years. You've lived all over the place and taught English for how many years? And I know people who've done it before.
not
So
true.
there are people who say things to
Yes,
discourage you,
yes,
hold
true,
comma, as
true,
they would say.
true. And you
So
have,
you got to know what you want, where you're going, who you are, and just go forth and not listen to the name.
absolutely,
Especially if you see other people doing it. If
yeah.
you've seen other people did it before, why can't you? Get me?
And let me just emphasize, Happy Teachers is a great place for you to collaborate. And I really would love to see more conversations. I know people in Happy Teachers group who have taught in so many places across the world. They've taught in Hong Kong, in China, in Vietnam, in Dubai, in like, if you look into that group, they have lived it. And a lot of them are from Jamaica. So you really have my own sisters within the group. They are from Jamaica, qualifications in Jamaica. My listen, my
Bahamas and
yeah,
but
you
yeah,
need
they have.
to ask
So don't
questions.
say that you can't go. Let no one tell you what you can't and cannot do.
Absolutely. And you have to align yourself with the right people. Right?
Exactly.
It's so important because I've met people, talked to people who said, oh, but X, Y, and Z told me that I can never go to Canada because blah, blah, blah. You have to definitely align yourself with people who have been there, done that, because they know Venice has been abroad and taught abroad, have so many connections with people who are doing it. I mean, you have to tap into the expertise that you have at your fingertip because all of these things are foolishness. They are. My youngest sister, she just finished traveling 10 countries within the
Yes,
summer. 10 countries.
I see her.
Yeah.
She's
So
doing
I'm like,
it.
listen, let me throw this in there. You need to get your Tefl certification. If you want money, you want to save some money before you get to Canada, get Tefl certified. And then you can teach abroad, save money, travel, see the world, and then come. So,
I a client who wanted to go to Canada, but she used Japan as a stepping stone to go to Canada because she didn't have the money. So she left Jamaica. She's Bayesian, but she was living in Jamaica for some time, and she left, went to Japan, lived in Japan for about 5, 6 years, saved, and now is ready to transition to Canada. So
wow.
if you don't have the money right now to go to Canada, when they're quoting the big money, 12,000 Canadian dollar, and for each family member you need an extra money,
Mm-hmm.
don't worry, fret not yourself. You use another country as a stepping stone
That's right.
where you need to go. So
Yes.
sometimes it's not a straight shoot. Sometimes you got
Yes.
to do certain little things in order to get what you need to get.
That's right.
Understand? Sasha says the lady that told her that is a teacher in Toronto, and she said that the pension is amazing.
It is. I cringe.
All right.
I cringe when I pay it. Even today, I was talking to my husband about the pension. Like, oh my God. But then I know when I retire, I won't need a second income. That's the truth. When you teach here, you don't need a second income. I'm telling you. I do these things because I love to do it. It's me, it's my passion. But I don't need a second income. I'm telling you, it's the truth. So what she's saying about the pension is correct. But the truth is, no, you can be employed. You can be employed. Both my husband and I got on the school board since we've been here. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How long have you been in Canada?
Just over 3 years.
3 years.
Hmm.
So it can be nice. Somebody was asking about Nadia's consultancy fees. I'm going to ask that you email her
Yes.
or send a message through the Facebook page that she was talking about, and
Yes.
she will tell you about her fees that she has. All right.
Yes.
All right. Sasha also asked about how does she go about being licensed. We're gonna wrap up quickly, guys. So
So you have to contact me. If you want to do that, then I can offer you my services and then I can walk you through that.
Okay, so Loy is saying that she got a license about 4 months ago here in Jamaica. Did you get a Jamaican license, Loy?
No, I think she means a license from here in Canada. Congratulations.
Okay, okay. You get a license from to go to Canada in Jamaica here?
For teaching, absolutely.
I didn't know that. I need to get on that board. What's the what?
All my
I know you so long later you kept that good information from me.
It's to teach in Canada though.
I'm vexing you, I'm vexing you.
Well, all the people who I work with who are teachers, they get their license before landing. Yes.
So how you get to know my Africa talk to no,
I
no, no, where did I put where
Okay.
did I put
Oh, she
the
said Loy. No, she means her Jamaican license. My apologies. I thought, oh, you.
oh, she needs a Jamaican license. I don't think she can use a Jamaican license in Canada.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Not even my British license I could use here. So
Oh, I forgot to start right. Hold on. How can I get a license to go to Canada from here in Jamaica? Is it possible for true?
absolutely, I do it every day. Listen, this is what I do. I got my license. My husband got his license before coming here. Mine had some technical difficulties because I had to wait for some papers from Jamaica. Can we not talk about getting papers from Jamaica? We take another session for that.
All right, so can you tell me, okay, I know you have the process, somebody will probably have to talk to you about consulting with you first, and then you tell them how to do that. Can you tell me though how much it would cost on average if I'm here in Jamaica and I would like to get my Canadian teaching license?
So it depends on how many. Okay, let me see. If it's for Ontario, you. Let me just calculate in my head.
You don't have to give me anything specific, just generally a ballpark figure. So
Maybe
just in case
about
you want
five
to
500 Canadian dollars.
go 500.
Yeah.
And each license is different for each province,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'm not gonna let Nada tell our business right here. Everybody, if you all want to know how you can be licensed outside of Canada while you're in your country, it's not only Jamaica, right? If you're in
No.
Bermuda,
Anywhere.
you
Yes.
can send a message to Nadia. She will tell you what our fee is.
Yes.
And after that, she can take you through how you can become a licensed Canadian teacher outside of Canada.
Yes. And
I'm that gravy boat, my dear. That gravy not missing me.
right. I'm telling you. I didn't even know that you wanted to know that.
I
See?
know.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lord, for that question. Because if you didn't ask, I wouldn't have known. Is Nadia holding out on me? Oh boy, I tell
Trust
you.
me. I'm not the holdout type. I am not the holdout type. Yeah, but that's where we're at. Any other
I
questions?
think he's asking, are reading teachers in high demand?
Do you mean reading specialists?
Well, yeah, I would assume reading specialist.
Yes, always language and math. Language referring to I'm going to pick my phone up a bit. I'm going to type something in. Language referring to the English language, yes, because Canada has such high percentage of immigrants from
Yes.
non-English speaking country. They're always looking for that. And if you do special education, I'm telling you, amazing opportunities. I'm putting in my Facebook page now and my email.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, if you want to work with me, I have a very special rate that I will offer to you if you're on the call tonight. Uh,
Yes. Yes, you mentioned that they are looking for math teachers, correct?
I'm just saying math and English languages, it's there. Those are always two areas where you would get jobs more easily than
Okay.
other groups. Yes. I'm just
Okay.
typing in my information here. Just feel free to email me and I will respond.
So that would go a far way for you, Tracy. Yeah?
So those are my. Oh yeah, Tracy, you have an MA in reading. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ease Education Consultancy at gmail.com. So we're just about ready to wrap up, guys. If there are any more questions, I'm gonna just ask you to take down the email address. You know her FB page. Do you have a website? Do you?
No, I don't have a website. I just have my Facebook page, which is there.
Do I need to do Tefl certificate if you have a master's degree and a teaching Tefl
You
experience?
don't need to, but it's always good to have Tefl. You stand out in the crowd. It's a huge thing, huge market. I'm telling you, if you're going to interview with somebody else who has comparable qualifications and experiences and you have Tefl, you're getting the job. It's as simple
Oh,
as that. So,
yeah. I realize with US and Canada, they always stress on certificates and licenses and all
yes,
of those.
yes.
So if you have those, that's all.
So if you email me tonight, I will give you my reduced fee. If I don't get the email tonight, you're not getting the reduced fees. Huh?
Give them a cutoff time, like between now and say midnight.
Yep, I know in midnight. That's tonight. Because if it's over midnight, it's tomorrow. So
All right, now and midnight, guys. If you email her,
yes,
you get those fees.
yes, absolutely. I mean, it's
You guys,
ridiculous.
okay.
Yes. So it's wonderful
All right.
sharing again. I definitely love sharing this information because I know there are opportunities all over the world. And the truth is, and the other thing is, having citizenship in Canada opens the door to you to the world. That's what it does. Period. And it's a multifaceted opportunity. You can't just see it as, and let me just say, the money that you're going to show, the 12,000 for you and then the extra 3,000 for each kid, and so you're not giving them your money. It's your money. You're just showing it that you have it. And then when you come, you can pinch it. Period. I need to explain what pinch means. Okay, we mean take your time using it.
Most people know what pinch pinch is.
Yes.
All right, so we're wrapping up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you got a wealth of information, and I hope you don't keep the information to yourself. Tell your friends, tell your family about it, because I know people always want to get information on
Yes.
how to migrate to Canada. Also, reach out to Nadia at her email address, Education Consultancy at gmail.com, and hit her up on Facebook at Ease Education Consultancy, right there on Facebook at the page. You can also find her on my Happy Teachers
Mhm.
Online. She's always there typing away and posting. So she's a member of the club, so you can hit her up then. As always, it was a pleasure coming and giving you guys information that's free and it's useful and that can
Yes.
help you and your family to grow. We are blessing each other. I've been blessed, Nadia's been blessed, and we are passing the blessings along. So thank you guys
Yes.
for watching again. I'll see you guys in the next time. By the way, we're having another webinar on Thursday. I'm having another webinar on Thursday. I'm going to put up the promo soon, and you will see me talking to a lovely young lady on Thursday evening. So join me then. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Thanks, Nadia. Bye-bye.
Bye.